Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Searching for Sports Cards. We are going to continue our quest through these packages of 1987 Topps. We have discovered a Bo Jackson so far. We're still looking for Barry Bonds, and we're looking for Mark McGwire. The Gold Cup Canseco would be a nice little find, but we've got the Undertaker in place. So without further ado, we'll get this thing rolling. And like usual, I'm going to try to keep this thing in around 15 minutes, try to be mindful of everybody's time. So let's get started. All right, here we go. Starting things off with Carmelo Martinez, Nate Snell, Rick Shue, seen that one a few times, Willie McGee. We're starting to run into a bunch of duplicates at this point, you guys. We're just really looking for those big hits now. Ken Daly, Pat Sheridan, Tony Gwynn, that's a nice card. Happy to get those always. Chris Bando, Jeff Hamilton, Billy Joe Robideau, that's a name right there. Checklist, Tippy Martinez, Ray Fontenot. There's the Big Mac. Let's get a close look at that. It's not really centered terrifically. It's off left to right, a little bit top to bottom. That's pretty typical of this set. It's really hard to, if you get one of those cards in a 10, you might get a couple $100 for it. But getting a 10 is just exceptionally difficult because of the centering issues on these cards all the time. Darryl Strawberry All-Star, Bill Buckner, and the Gold Cup Robbie Thompson. So off to a good start there with Tony Gwynn, Mark McGwire, and Darryl Strawberry in the first pack. Take that all day. Well, we just got to reveal one of those Barry Bonds cards. We've got all the big hits out of this set. So hopefully the luck continues. All right. Eddie Whitson, Nick Asaski, Gene Garber, Mike Fischlin, Randy St. Clair, Cubs manager Gene Michael, Sal Butera, Cal Daniels, that's the one with the gum on the back. Not too much paper loss, but it's definitely noticeable. Lee Smith, Harry Spillman. Every time I see that Pirates logo, I get a little excited, but that one's Barry Jones. Larry Anderson, still looking for a Nolan Ryan card too, I think. I don't think we pulled the Nolan Ryan yet, so it'll be fun to pull one of those. Frank White, Frank Wills, Glenn Braggs, Kurt Stillwell, and finish that pack off with wax-stained Greg Pryor. Come on, Taker, bring us that Bonds. These packs I got from a local shop. They're in remarkably good condition, actually. They came out of a sealed case, so. Looks like we got a Pete Rose there with the gum on it. Starting off with Yankees manager Lou Piniella, Randy Bush, Bob Welch. It's productive years with the A's later on in those World Series runs. Thad Bosley, Danny Heap, Rich Bordai, Brooke Jacoby. We're running into a bunch of those. Pete Rose manager card. That one's got the gum stain on it. We've already pulled a couple of those. The centering's terrible on that one too, so no real loss with the gum there. Dwayne Murphy, Tom Browning, Dickie Thon, John Moses, Terry Mulholland, Julio Cruz, Expos manager Bob Rogers, Keith Hernandez, not in the Hall of Fame, probably should be. Got a pretty good WAR total, won an MVP. Scott Sanderson's the last one there. I think Keith Hernandez has a really good case to be in Cooperstown. Keep it rolling here with Donnie Moore, Bo Diaz. I feel like we've seen that card a bunch already. Chris Spire, Dave Anderson, Franklin Stubbs, Chuck Carey, Jim Wynn, Bob Horner, we've run into that one a bunch, Don Sutton, Ron Cey, St. Louis Cardinals leaders, freaking Todd Worrell. I had so many Todd Worrell cards, 86 record breaker. Those didn't pan out too good for me. Mike Birkbeck. God, those Brewers teams full of bad cards this 87 season. Mike Woodard, we still haven't pulled a Molitor or a Robin Yount, though, so either one of those would be pretty decent pulls. Roy Smalley, Greg Pryor, and we'll finish this pack off with Dwayne Murphy. Looks like we got about 5 packs to go. We're making some pretty good time here. Like I said, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but these are fun cards to take a look back on. And still hoping for that Bonds rookie. Dennis Powell, Orlando Mercado, Walt Terrell, Joel Davis, Paul Ossenmacher, Juan Samuel, Carmen Castillo, Claudell Washington, Tom Browning, another Dickie Thon, John Moses, Terry Mulholland, boy, I feel like we've already had this pack, Julio Cruz, Bob Rogers, another Keith Hernandez All-Star, another Scott Sanderson, and another Don Sutton. 2 pretty similar packs right there. 4 packs to go. Looks like we're going to lose Frank Williams to the wax and Jim Wolford to the gum in this pack. That one actually came off clean, but surface still roughed up. Mike Pagliarulo, Wade Rowden, Eric Plunk, probably most famous for sharing a rookie card with Jose Canseco in the 86 Fleer. I've got a box of those. Hopefully we can get into those one of these days and search for that Canseco rookie. Sid Fernandez, Joe Price, Terry Harper, Tim Lawler, Jim Wolford, another Ron Cey, another Cardinals leader, another Todd Worrell. Jeez, another Mike Birkbeck. Boy, this is a tough string here, guys. We started off red hot with the Gwynn and the McGuire and fizzled out ever since. Mike Woodard, Roy Smalley, Willie Hernandez, Oakland A's leaders, and Frank Williams with the wax stain. All right, you guys, we got 3 packs left. Let's hopefully we can shift the momentum up here a little bit. Start strong and finish strong, hopefully. Tony Phillips with the gum on it. Bruce Bochy, sweet glasses. Tim Burke, Larry Herndon, Mike Kingery, Billy Hatcher, Rance Mullikins, Jamie Kokenauer. Boy, that card showed up a lot of times already too, guys. Tony Phillips, that's the gum stain. Ernie Witt, Brian Fisher, 86 record breaker, Dave Righetti. Most saves in a season. That was 46 was the new record back then. Got a nice Ozzie Smith. That one's actually pretty well on center. Gotta always be happy when you pull the wizard. Mike Eldrett. Lamar Hoyt. Brett Butler. Wally Joyner, the Gold Cup Super Rookie. Jim Fregosi. And we're down to our last 2 packs here, guys. Come on, Taker. Bring us some magic here. Let's see if we can pull that Bonds. Looks like we're going to lose old Carlton Fisk to the wax stain in this pack and Bip Roberts to the gum. That's actually a Bip Roberts rookie if anybody cares. Kind of doubt it, but Terry Pendleton, Joe Cowley, Bruce Benedict, Greg Harris, Paul Zuvella, Herm Winningham, Matt Young. There's the Bip Roberts rookie with the gum. Gary Ward, Dave Parker, good player for a lot of years. Yeah, a lot of people say he's a Hall of Famer. I don't really think so, but that's just my opinion on it. I think he's got about a 40 career WAR. Harold Baines probably opened the door for Dave Parker, though, so I guess go ahead and let him in at this point. Mark Langston, Andy Allenston with the Gold Cup, super rookie. Greg Minton, Joaquin Andujar, Donnie Hill, Glenn Hubbard, and there's that Carlton Fisk. It's a little off-centered. It's got the wax stain on the back, but still a neat card nonetheless. All right, last pack, you guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Let's hope that Bonds is in here. We got one more stack after this, so can't give up hope on the Barry Bonds just yet, but it'd be nice to just pull them, get them out of the way. Looks like we're going to lose Vida Blue to the gum there. Nice thing about all these packs, the gum has been on the back of the card, so if they're cards for the PC, at least the front's not damaged on any of them. Juan Espino, Ron Darling, Russ Morman, Dave Righetti, Mel Hall, Randy Myers. Saw that Pirates logo, got excited for a second, but that's Junior Ortiz. Vida Blue, you can see right where the gum was right there. I don't know if that shows up on camera, but it's definitely noticeable. Jeff Reed, Bobby Ojeda, Lou Whitaker. This is a guy, I will die on the sword that Lou Whitaker belongs in the Hall of Fame. His double play partner, Alan Trammell, went in. Trammell had a 70 WAR. Lou Whitaker actually has a WAR of 75. I looked it up the other day. Lou Whitaker definitely belongs in Cooperstown, you guys. There's no question about it. Tom Hume, Dave Righetti All-Star, squinting into the sun there. Jerry Royce, Steve Carlton. Started in 65 and was still going at 1986. 4-3. Al Polito. And we're going to finish up this stack with Brian Downing. Guys, I really appreciate you tuning in for another episode of Searching for Sports Cards. I'd say the big hits here are, I'm going to argue Lou Whitaker's a hit. I think Lou Whitaker should be in the Hall of Fame, but Ozzie Smith, Tony Gwynn, and obviously the Mark McGwire card is one of the most sought-after cards in this set. So far we're off to a pretty good start. We have pulled the Bo Jackson, we've pulled the McGwire, several Hall of Famers. We just need to get that Bonds card. So tune in for the last stack, and I'll continue to upload on Tuesdays for you guys. That just works out really well for me and my schedule. Hopefully it works for you all as well. Keep on ripping. We'll catch you on the next one.